Before we progress, I would like to inform you that DoorDash is sponsoring this episode with the amount of bling 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 dollars. It all depends how much deliveries you make. So, download DoorDash app whether you want to buy food, items from the store, or just goodies. Download DoorDash. If you want to deliver for DoorDash, download Dasher /Stickman either or. Let me know what you would like to do and we'll be on the move. See you soon. Guys, that's my idea for DoorDash, like for a sponsorship idea. What do you guys think? That was pretty smooth. I think that was pretty smooth. If they added like some effects or something, man, like if they had like a zoom or like, I don't know, some effects. Some effects to it, it would be dope. Like, bro, what if I called this like dashing through 2021 and then dashing through 2022, and they're gonna be like, bro, what? This was recorded last year, but whoa, like, bro, he's dashing through. That'd be lit, yo. Now let me stop. Okay, that's enough of my silly ideas. Let's talk on if that even, like, all right, that actually ties into the next conversation. If they did, how much would I be comfortable with? Like, bro, let's say, well, tomorrow, because I know if in a year, I definitely know my net worth would be a little higher. So, I mean, I'd probably be asking for more, of course. No, but like, right now, they were like, what would you like for us to offer you? I'd say, it also depends how consistent I'm gonna be and like what they expect from me. Like, man, that's a lot to talk about. It's a lot to talk about. But I definitely want something to replace my job. So nothing less than what I'm making now. The amount of stress would have to be like, of course, nothing too much more or like whatever. Like, it's just something I'd love to freaking do. But it all depends too, like how much would I be like including them in everything I do, like. If it's just like a mini sponsorship, like I want to start off sponsors like with, I don't know, like $10 an ad. I don't know. I think that's cheap, like, come on, bro, like $10 for an episode. You're sponsored by you the whole episode. You know what I'm saying? Like $10-20. I don't know. Get the ball rolling, and then like, all right, bro. Kind of scheduled out now, and I got too many people in line, so I'm just gonna be like $20, and then there's gonna be people, they're gonna walk away from that, and there's gonna be people that are gonna be like, bet I'll stick around for $20, and then I'll make my list again. I think that's how a lot of people should actually do it. Like, I'm not charging for people being on a podcast now, but if it's like, I don't know, I woke up with, I wouldn't say tomorrow, like, I have 20 requests of, like, oh, I want to be on a podcast. Like, no, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm charging now. Like, no. I'd accept them all. And then after that, if anybody wants to be on the podcast, I'd probably be like $10. And then once I fill up, like, let's say another year's worth, then I'd bump up the price for $20. And then once I fill that up, bump up the price. And then I'd find my sweet spot. I mean, how many years would I be comfortable with? That's when you start, like, factoring out what you would be comfortable with. And more than likely, you're going to meet those numbers because they're scalable. They're, like, reachable. They're just real. That's why I feel like a lot of the conversations we have in the Time With podcasts or in these bi-weekly podcasts of finances or catching up or whatever, dashing through, whatever you want to call it. I want to kind of keep reminding people that in a way money should be meaningless to us. Like, if money was cut from my life tomorrow, I'd be kind of screwed, I'd need it to survive. But in today's world. But if you think about it, because you can put it for so many ways and say, no, you don't. It's just not important. That's the point. It's not important. And that's the goal that we want to reach here. Yes, there's a world where there could be no money involved or currency to be traded or whatever. I don't know, but that's not up for my discussion because I'm not the genius to take care of that. I'm just the one to kind of let people know that it's not what we think it is, we should just use that as the hammer. It's really not. I don't know. It's just a tool, guys. It's not everything. It's not happiness. Again. Dang, my notes closed up. Let me open them back. Hey, I'm bringing up money so much because it's gotta let you guys know I got some bad news about money. But I really do, though. But it's still meaningless in a way. I feel in a way, this life that we live is the opportunity to create our own heaven or hell. If you think about it, if you want to be an optimistic person almost every day, because it's going to be impossible to try to, keep the optimism there, 24/7. It's kind of like a job. But if you have that purpose in your life, then you're going to see optimistic results, positive results. You're going to see those results in a positive way. Now, if you're a pessimist and you're always thinking of this happens because of this and da-da-da and oh my God and da-da-da, your reality is going to be negative. So, you're here to create your own paradise in heaven or your own hell if you want. It's all up to you. Really, what do you want to do? You know how in the Bible it says when somebody passes, you're to celebrate? Be optimistic about it. Pretty much what it's saying. And if you want to be negative, oh, that person is burning in hell because they did this, then you're being pessimistic, it's all on the energy you want to pretty much put out. That's the control. That's kind of what is told is there's energy. There's good energy and there's bad energy. You have the opportunity to push both. You decide which energy you push. And you're to be rewarded in some form or some way if you push either or, right? But there's also side effects to both of them. That's really that's just my wording. But that's really how I feel it is. But whatever. This is why I feel I found my purpose, because I can talk to people and be all right, what are you guys doing? What's your passion? What drives you? what fills your heart, what fills your heart with energy. And then you're like, okay, there's definitely a job for that person. There's something out there for, like Ken Coleman says out there. But then you just kind of like push them towards that environment. Because once you surround yourself by those people you want to be like, you're more than likely going to be like those people. You want to be that white bitch? Go be that white bitch. I'm talking about the one in the Range Rover, the one that has the Birkin bag and all. No, I'm just kidding. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, money is not happiness. You gotta know what you like, what you love, like yourself. You gotta love yourself. You gotta know that. You gotta know your purpose. Shout out to Danny. We haven't had a podcast, but I know it's gonna happen, and you might have heard it already because it's probably been recorded by now. But like, I haven't recorded it as of now. Danny, you asked me that multiple times, and I appreciate it because I'm just like, damn, there's not that many people that ask that question nowadays. Like, it sucks because a lot of people just kind of lost themselves, and they're just like, man, I don't know what I like doing. Like, I don't know what everybody has something they love doing and that they're good at. Don't let anybody fool you. You say you don't have a purpose in life. Yes, the fuck you do. All right. So, my next 2 weeks is to motivate somebody and just be like, push them to their next step. Like, to that next step of like, what do you want to do in life? You definitely have to do it. Because you know what I did? I opened up the Hourglass Productions LLC. And let me explain to you guys what happened here, because it's kind of a dumb decision, but it's a smart one. So, anyways, I'm kind of embarrassed to say it, but by the time you hear it, hopefully, like, the shit is paid off. So, I opened up the LLC and I bought a few things to advertise and market my company. And I also released some merchandise, which I will also benefit from because I need clothes, so might as well buy myself my own brand, right? That's just kind of like everything just kind of tied in with the perfect amounts and all that for myself, and it just felt comfortable for me. Like, it just made sense to me, like, there's no way I can put it down on paper or like really try to say blah blah blah. This, like, everything happens for a reason. God lets everything happen for a reason. I felt like it was a great opportunity to do what I did, and I did it. And maybe it was not a smart decision, but I'll definitely be learning from it on certain things, such as cash flowing, because I went into debt another $3,000. So that's like, if I would have bought another car, let's say, right? Or the first car being a better car. It's just that this car is luckily a decent car as of now, for now. And hopefully I pray that it's still good, for another good 2 years, maybe, at least, let's say. And the 3000 was the other car that I could have had, like, as a backup or whatever, the hoopty, or just something similar or whatever, right? Like, I don't know, or just emergencies or whatever, right? But it was money I didn't have, for one. I was at zero, so I went negative. I hopped into swim. I've always kind of like been scared to dive because I can't swim. So this time I'm going for my last swim, if that makes any sense, because I don't plan on diving in debt anymore. Yeah. So by the time I have my car paid off, I'll have my debt for the business paid off, because I'll kind of be tacking. I have the balance is just even right now. It's kind of weird. So I'm gonna try to attack it at an even pace, even though like one has a different interest rate than the other and all that. But blah blah blah. You know, that's not the point. That's not. Let's get that out of the way. So I also have to go extra hard doing DoorDash. Like, I have to commit myself and sacrifice going out. If I really want to do this, going out, saying no to a lot of friends, and just holding it down, man. Holding it down for a couple of months. A few months. Maybe half a year. That's where you start to learn that money isn't everything, right? You wouldn't want to work your ass off just to pay some bills, just to live paycheck to paycheck, just to say, hey, I made it another day. That's not the point, guys. Think about if you loved what you did to get paid, what you get paid right now. I'm just scratching my head because it's like, how many more peaceful people would we have on this earth? And you know why we don't? Because the greedy people up top don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. They know that. They know you're oppressed. They know you don't know what you want in life. They want you to not know. Because the more people that don't know are actually people they can have to work for them. The people I would want working for me, I would want them working for me because they want to, not because they have to. Not because they have to, because I want more money and more money and more money. Like, yeah, that sucks, huh? You see the power of greed? Like, to what point do you have to be happy, Mr. Zuckerberg, Mr. Bezos, Mr. I don't even gotta mention all these other names. Like, maybe I'll be up there one day. Like, please, if somebody sees me up there with the sharks, like, let me know. Hey, you're where you did not want to be in this episode. You know? Like, I don't ever want to be there. Like, I don't ever want to be that greedy. Like, I don't. Like, I want people to do what they love doing. Like, that's my purpose. Like, that's what my drive is. Like, music is definitely something that I love doing. But until I find the perfect way to, like, pursue my poetic passion with not affecting too much minds out there, like kids, like, this stuff has explicit content on it. And parents, they don't really pay attention to, like, how to set up devices and all this stuff to where, like, the kid doesn't listen to this or blah, 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 and this and that. So, like, at the end of the day, like, that's a hassle for one, right? As a consumer. As a business person, either I don't care or I have to, like, spend time on letting people know, like, okay, you know. And I really don't want to be doing that. Like, I do, but I don't. I just gotta find myself first, you know? Like, I'm still on the wave where, like, I don't know how I want it to really be. But definitely positive vibes. Like, if people can learn from it, anybody should be able to learn from it. But I can sit here and try to like justify that cussing isn't bad and da 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 and whatnot, but if I'm still doing it in my way, and I say like, "Oh, I don't mean it because like da da da," so it can just give a person a whole different idea of this is going back in a way to like creating your heaven or hell. This can affect somebody to think that, oh, it's okay to say it here and like this and like that and also like this, oh, and like that, and tell it to this person. You know, like it gets out of hand. So yeah, you just got to be careful with the stuff you touch, the paintings, the brushes you grab. Let's play some songs. Get back with the next 2 weeks of my goals, and then we'll end it off.